podcast. We live now. Just give a quick introduction to yourself.
What up with y'all, man? It's your boy Wally Sparks. So as y'all know what I say, came Gucci, man. What up, dog?
What up? What up? What up? What up? So I know you've been in the music game for years, and I
Mm.
know you got a lot of mixtapes out. How many mixtapes you got out right now? I think you at one point you said like over 100.
No, not over 100 yet.
No.
79 right now.
All right, 79. So when did you start in the music and stuff? When did you start doing this?
This question, I'm always gonna answer the same. The music is in my family bloodline. My
Hmm.
mother, my grandmother, my aunts, my uncles are in bands, so everybody did music in the fam. I'm the first rapper that started with the family.
Okay. So you're the
So
first one.
very young age.
Very young age. So it started with the family, and the first one who started with the family. And over the years, I know you've seen the whole hip hop change. Um, do you think like with the new the way the it is now with the streaming is a lot better, or did you like back in the days with the CDs, the tapes, or
You
I
know,
know it's all different now from
it
when
comes
we was growing up.
it's hand in hand. I'd say, just as far as from my point of view, being like a old head in the game, I came from before the computers,
Hmm.
before the lives,
Hmm.
before all that. So,
Hmm.
for us to earn our stripes, we had to be in the street. We
Hmm.
had to be busting real freestyles and all that. We didn't have the net to
Hmm.
just make a name. Um, we had to kind of go through the wars of it, to get our name across. Where now it's slightly easier for anyone to just say I'm this and I'm that and
Hmm.
jump online and tell their story
Hmm.
without any real backing behind it. But the times change, and at the end of the day,
Hmm.
us as artists, we just have to take advantage of it for however we can.
Yeah, and I know with the new music in the industry, I mean, with the way it is now, with the streaming, half the time you really don't even need a good song or a song structure. Usually, right now, it seems like as long as it's catchy and you could do like a dance to it or a TikTok dance or something, the song's
Yeah,
gonna blow up. Not necessarily because someone is
they're
talented.
not. Yeah, they're not really looking for the talent anymore. It's more of an image, a gimmick, something that could sell. As we rewinded to like what we were saying. Back in my day, coming up,
Mhm.
it was about them lyrics. They care what that them lyrics are, right? But
Yeah.
nowadays it's kind of backwards, to the point where it's probably the beat first.
Hmm.
A catchy, bouncy beat, a nice catchy hook, and the verses last now.
Yeah.
I feel like the subject matter of your verse matters less now, which is it's watering it down. Um, but I do believe that it's time for the like OGs to come back and bring that real shit.
Yeah, but I think over time, all music, everything recircles back. It's like everything recycles.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, everything. The way people dress it went from bell bottoms to not bell bottoms to baggy clothes to tight
Skinny
clothes.
clothes. Now I
Yeah,
mean, like,
yeah,
come
yeah.
on, man.
Now everything's just like recircling around
You
and
know what I'm
everything.
saying?
Yeah,
That
so it's
shit's
just something you
crazy.
got to get used to.
Yeah, they
And
gotta go back to baggy jeans, man. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Everyone,
yeah. I mean, they ain't even wearing like jeans that are just fitted. They're wearing them tight jeans.
yeah, man. And they
No.
trying to sag them.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, that makes no
That's
sense.
crazy.
Yeah, the way it is nowadays.
That's what I'm saying. We need to come on, man.
Yeah, and I remember when you had to be on the street with CDs, selling them out the trunk of your car,
That's a fact.
catching up with people, handing them out for free, being at the shows.
In the hand combat. That's what I was doing, burning up them
Yeah.
CDs.
Hmm.
I was walking with them, man, carrying them in bulk downtown. See,
Hmm.
people remember those moments. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? I'm glad I went through how I did it,
Hmm.
because I'm acknowledged now down the line for being remembered.
Hmm.
Seen doing that. Yo,
Yeah.
Wally, I still
Hmm.
not too long ago, a homie had came through and he said, "Yo, Wally, check this shit out." pulled out one of my CDs. I don't even have none of my CDs. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo,
Everything's on
doing cool.
streaming. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I remember when we was able to light scribe stuff and print our own CDs and stuff.
Facts.
Yeah. I mean, but the good thing with the internet nowadays, more people could be more independent.
Yeah,
Back then you needed more of a label backing or else it's going to be a lot harder. Now with the internet,
big
a
time.
lot of yeah,
Big,
you don't
big
need
time.
a so I mean that in a good sense you have more creative control over your music and your masters, which
Makes it easier for the A&Rs, I guess. You
yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean?
But I always tell people they need to know the business side. Like if you got someone that does a beat, is you leasing it or do you own it? And a lot of people don't know, read the
Yeah.
contracts and they'll have a leased beat that they could only leave up for 2 years or something. And then it has to come down the song. Like I read some of
I,
these
I,
contracts.
yeah, I heard so many different things. I heard,
Mhm,
I've heard from my producer friend the other day. I actually asked him a question like that on the show. What's that all about? Explain that.
mhm.
And he said basically it's a certain amount of streams
Yeah.
you could get. So if it's like you can lease it and it's good for like 500,000 streams,
Mhm.
after it gets that many streams, out of there. But 500,000 streams, if it gets that, I mean, you're good. You might want to up it after. You feel
Yeah,
me?
you might as well pay them more. But I tell people, depending on the streams, because the streams pay less than a penny on the dollar. So I
That's
always tell
fact.
people, look with you when you put money out, you want to make it's to make an investment to make more money.
That's a fact.
So I tell someone if you pay an artist like let's go $10,000 with someone, let's go with Coil Ray. Is and then you have to pay the producer whatever you pay him, say like 1,000 for the beat. Now that's 11,000. Then you got to pay to promote the song. So at the end of the day, say you put out
Yeah, you
$15,000.
want to make that back. You got to
Yeah,
make it
yeah,
back before you can
yeah.
even make a profit. So,
Hmm.
you know, it's tough bananas for these motherfuckers, man. Like they're just gonna go monkeys out here, like
Hmm.
trying to figure it out. Because the streaming shit is kind of crazy.
Hmm.
If they do that single now and they have online their own website and they selling it independent like that, maybe $1 a joint. Ooh, 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 ooh,
Yeah,
you better off to recoup like that. There's
yeah.
still ways to maneuver, you know. Um, but it's crazy, man.
Yeah, definitely crazy. Because I tell people, you're gonna put out that much for a feature. Most likely, the person you're paying, if they're not like like a local or independent that really don't have like a huge following, someone like Koi or someone like Polo G, most likely they're not gonna promote your music.
And it's not their job to,
Yeah, yes,
That's not
yes.
part of the
But
deal.
you have to realize, is it really worth? Are you want to promote yourself? You paying for a feature?
If if you
It
got the
has to be worth it for
if you
you.
got the connects to push
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
if you got radio or something in your back pocket, this,
yeah,
that, you got mad plugs, and it might be worth your while to try it.
yeah.
The music shit's real sketchy, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? And like, it's a wild game. Like you said, you got to know your business as well.
Yeah, and and basically with other things with your music, you got to you're a brand. You market yourself, T-shirts, clothing, stuff like that. That also brings you revenue. So you have to
Yeah,
think outside just the music, which a lot of people don't do. And I saw
yeah.
people with social media, you could get on live and promote your
Your
music.
merch is gonna,
Yeah.
you want them to buy shit. You know what
Hmm.
I mean?
Yep, all types of merch, your shirts, hats, things like that. That's going to make money. Make sure you do shows, things like that would make more money than just streaming. 'Cause some people put out music and just expect to be millionaires and not
No,
do
I
nothing
just
else.
personally me, I just put my music on
Hmm.
the all platforms just because I
Hmm.
guess that's how they listen to music now. I'm not looking at it for them. I just
Yeah,
put it up there just to have it so it's on a Spotify,
yeah,
just so it's where they're looking.
yeah,
Cause that's the thing now when it's not expensive to do it. So why not
yeah,
put $20 and let your shit linger around with the rest of the sauce?
yep, yep.
So you got to think about it in different ways.
Yeah, because even with that, I was able to. I found you like songs that you got on TikTok. So when I posted a video, we got it plays it on TikTok in the background. So
Exactly. That's
it does it everywhere.
and I think that's cool that they got those little. And if you don't have your music on those sites, when you press that music, you're not gonna be in there.
Nope,
I love
nope.
it because I got a lot of music. So once you type in and Wally Sparks comes up, there's like you could pick from like fucking 20 different mixtapes,
Hmm.
100 something different songs. So it's like it's perfect promo for the way the internet's going right now because they're
Yeah.
doing them little dances.
Yep.
Let
Yep.
somebody do a dance or something. It's linked to that song. Now you're racking them up.
Yep. Yep. Those views, and you're gonna get paid more because now everybody's using that beat,
Now
and then
you're racking them
more people
back.
are gonna look for you. Like, oh, they're doing.
Hmm.
Because I catch that all the time. The little songs, I'm like, oh, they doing these dances. They love everybody on the internet loves dancing now. Because
You
I
know,
remember, like even back then when I was doing the DVDs, I printed out the DVDs. Now you could do everything through internet. You don't have to do the DVDs. You record it right on
you're a
YouTube,
pioneer,
go
dog.
live, and download it.
I
You don't
remember
have to do
meeting
that
you in
extra.
I remember meeting you in Davis Square. You feel me? I thought you
Yep.
was still around the way because I was about to be like, yo, pop up to my shit.
Mhm.
Boom, boom. Know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. You're in David Square not now, not no
I,
Central, because I remember me, Slime came up there and CCTV.
yeah, I'm all over the place, man. Cambridge, just shaking and baking.
Mm,
CCTV still out there in Cambridge.
mm-hmm,
They moved it. It's like on Mass Ave now. It used to be on Prospect Street.
mm-hmm. You still do CCTV?
Facts. Yeah, that's where I do my show out of. Cambridge Gucci Live.
Yeah, I seen two of you out of Cambridge doing a live. Bobby Lucas and you.
Yeah, that's a
Bobby
fact.
Lucas does his podcast about
Bounce
the
back.
the
Big
prison
shout out to B
system.
Luke.
Yeah,
Yep, bounce back.
yeah. Bounce Back podcast. Yeah, and then I know you still do your podcast, but I remember I was up there. I came with Slime because you had Slime on, and then I came
Yep.
with him and stuff.
Yeah, there's a few dudes
Mhm.
doing podcasts over there now, man. Big shout
I
out
just
to
know
Andy,
you
Polly,
and
Uli.
mm, yeah, I just know you and Bobby. I don't know who else is over there doing it.
I'm picking them up. They up and coming. They like,
Mhm.
niggas brought them through there. You feel what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. Each one teach one,
Yeah, show each other love.
That's how it gotta be, man. We can't just be the only ones known for it. We're mentors, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's always good to teach somebody else and show them the way as well.
yeah. And how about the music scene? How's it been in Boston? I know people still do it, but I also seen I be scrolling through Instagram. I was like, damn, people are calling out this person. They're calling out that, but they called out beer. They called out Millie's. They called out Fast Coop. It's like everybody just beefing with
Well,
each other now.
that's what it is now. There's a lot of the content stuff is wild. Like I'm like, me from now, I just sit back and watch it. I'm
Yeah,
just like a consumer of what's going on, and it's the internet.
yeah. People do it as clickbait to get clicks.
Yeah,
And
and start telling people they can make money off
mm,
monetizing their page and clicks. You're gonna start getting all kinds of wild shit.
yeah, and people love drama. I noticed that with every app. When you do something positive, it's so hard to bring a crowd. But you get something like disrespectful, and then people's like,
Yeah,
then I like when people say, I want good energy. I was like, yeah, everybody wants good energy, but they
yeah,
focused on the bad energy. What is you don't want good energy. You want this
nah,
negative stuff. You want
yeah.
to see the arguing, the fighting,
I
the
take that
bullshit.
stuff when if I see that type of stuff scrolling on my page,
Mhm.
I unfollow it
Yeah,
because I don't like everything is the energy. You feel me?
yeah. You want to keep
Most
good energy.
most people wake up in the morning and put on the Facebook app, including myself. I'm not gonna front.
We
You
all do
wake up,
that.
usually you do what you gotta do. Your phone,
Yeah,
boom. So, and when you wake up, is like the most vulnerable time. If you wake up in the morning and you start off your day by seeing some bullshit
mhm.
or a negative post, most likely
A
you're
bad
gonna
day.
get thrown in some sort of zone just
Yeah.
subliminally.
Yeah, I
So
remember someone told me, I was watching what Denzel Washington said. He said he gets up in the morning, sits there for 30 minutes, doesn't look at his screen, doesn't look at nothing, just meditates. Now you're not having that now. This gives you time. Okay, well, if I do look at my screen, I meditated enough
you're
to know.
prepared now.
Yeah, you're
You're
prepared,
like,
but
let me
none of
get
us prepare.
yo, you gotta do that now too with social media. That's some smart shit too, cause like you literally there's never what you see is crazy.
Yeah, and it'd be some BS and like stuff we wouldn't see. Like I tell people, everybody's like, it's worse now. I was like, it's not worse. It's just that we see more.
You
I was
only
like,
gotta read the
growing up, we
newspaper.
only was confined to what we read in the newspaper or what we seen around the way. Now we're worldwide. We know what happens in Los Angeles every day, Chicago, New
Facts.
York. People know in
Facts.
Boston. Before we just okay, someone got shot in
It's too
Boston.
quick. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? It's too quick. Cause I miss that, that old ass shit. Go to the thing, get the paper. You walk in, you're getting your
yeah,
mind right, you're going to get the paper, you sitting down,
yeah,
you read your shit slowly, calmly.
yeah,
You go through the sections you want,
yeah,
weave it out, and but yeah, social media is fast, man.
yeah, yeah.
Faster than print.
Yeah, even with people going live, you walking lives and people are talking trash. Then you just have to
Location.
find the good stuff. You're like, yep, I don't want to deal. Because, like I said, I'll get up in the morning, I'll be having a good day. Then I'll look at all the bullshit. I'm like, why did I even bother? I
Yo,
could
for
just
real.
left this alone.
Offset your whole shit.
Yeah, people don't know
Money
that.
peace.
Like social media and even Facebook itself, I think Mark Zuckerberg said that he made posts to see how people's emotions and stuff would attach to the post. So he pushed certain posts to the forefront. I was
They
like, TikTok does the same thing. Instagram, fake. They're messing with you psychologically to see how you would react to certain things, and people don't realize that.
Nah, that's a fact. They know exactly what they're doing. You know what I'm saying?
And just like AI is paying attention to everything everybody
AI
says and
crazy.
gaining knowledge on how to be real. So at a point, we're
AI
gonna be
is
like, watch
crazy.
something. They'll be like, is this real or fake? So now we could be tricked because we don't know if it's real or fake.
Facts.
And I even seen people that create pages in their AI, but the page looks like a whole human being, real
Yeah,
posts,
yeah,
real
post
pictures.
all that.
It's scary.
It is. It's some creepy shit, man.
Yeah, even when you go live with someone, I seen someone on TikTok live and the person they were battling was AI. But you would thought they were a whole person. So you could create a whole person and say you're a
Yeah,
female and you want to look good and you don't have the looks. You could create a whole AI female and get people to support you and gift you or give you money
yeah.
because they think they're talking
People
to
are
you and not
drooling
that other
over some
person.
AI bitch. Like motherfuckers are drooling over AI bitches now. Like
Yeah, yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah, that's why I tell people, yep, if you can't meet them in person, you don't know. Or if you don't know them personally, you don't know if
Right,
they're
right,
AI or
right,
not.
right, right. Exactly. Gotta meet them in person, not in version.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and just like I told people, like, yep, yeah, it's like nowadays, you meet someone on the internet, you say they're your friend. I was like, no one's you could be an associate, they could be cool, you could vibe out with them, but no one's your real friend till you actually meet them in person
Yeah,
and get used to them.
that internet shit's crazy. Motherfuckers have whole relationships over the internet.
And not even meet up.
That's
It's like
crazy.
yeah, I was like, yeah, you could be cool with someone over the internet and not have no problems and just vibe out, but having a whole relationship, and I'm like, did you take him on a date? No, I sent him a couple $100.
Right, right.
Um, and I was like, that's why people think that they could. That's why this day and age, women and even some men think, oh, you got to pay me to go on a date. No
Mm,
one's paying you to go on a date because all these other men pay you.
paying them to
You,
leave.
you not my wife, so
Yeah,
we're not married. My job is not to take care of you. I'm in the getting to know you stage. You asking me for money to take you on a date? Deal with a trick. You a gold
yeah,
digger.
word,
You a prostitute at this point through the
that's
internet.
just not even attractive to a man.
Yeah,
Like an average, like, huh? You know what I'm saying? Niggas that want that, they paying them to leave. You know what that means? You feel me? So
yeah,
that type of shit's wild. But the internet breed. bred some wild ones.
Yeah, someone posted in the chat. First thing I do in the morning is wake up and think of my day before, and then they said if they had a good day before, they have a better day. I know I was talking to my boy. He said you got to wake up in the morning like today's going to be a good day. I'm going to have a good day today because if you put that in your mind,
Yeah,
no matter what
put it
people
in,
do,
yeah. Speak it into existence. Yeah,
yeah,
hell yeah. Facts. That's fact. I know
yeah,
that from experience, just coming up.
mm,
All there was an era where motherfucker just want to be like act all like angry all the time. You get that
mm,
put that energy out there, you get that.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's when they told me manifesting ain't magical. You're looking, they's like, you're looking at it magical. I want $1 million. And you think you're gonna get $1 million. Manifesting is your energy, positive. You think positive, you're gonna have a good
Yeah, I'm gonna
day.
work to get that million,
Yep,
motherfucker.
yep,
And
yeah. I'm about to
don't
get that million. That means you're gonna go out and do things to
what
get
does
you
Fifty
that million.
say? Get rich or die trying, right?
Yep.
Shit. He
Yeah,
got rich, right?
yep. He didn't
He
die
got
yet.
trying. So
Yep.
we got something there.
Yep. But yeah, so it's just a matter of like when you think I'm gonna make $1 million today, you're gonna get on and do what you gotta do to make $1 million.
Yeah, word, no bullshit.
And that's where he was like, yeah, that's what they mean by manifesting, not magical. Like, oh, I'm gonna
Ah,
get $1 million, play the
ah,
lottery, and hit it.
come on, man. You feel me?
Yeah, so it is going over that and stuff. And how about your podcast? How long was you doing that? I know the first time I met you with the podcast was Slime. I knew all about your music. How long you been doing the podcast for?
I've been doing the interviews and TV for a
Mhm.
while. Like going stemming way back. I mean, when was that when we bumped into each other? It was probably like over 10 years ago. You feel me?
Longer than yeah, about over 2009. Been a while.
If I had to put a date on it, could be earlier, but I'd say around like 2007. um I started just getting down with that shit. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Maybe even earlier than that at CCTV, but around 2007 was when I started doing Air to the Streets with Frankie Blanco.
Hmm. Remember to
And,
that.
that's when we really started getting syndicated on TV and shit like that, like all over the beam. I was doing CCTV, but as you know, that's in Cambridge.
Yep, yep. Right there in
So
it was Central at the time.
yeah,
Central
yeah.
Square.
In all parts of Cambridge. It's aired in every part of Cambridge.
Yeah,
But
yeah, through the CCTV. Yeah, because I remember you could watch it on the TV and stuff.
facts. So right now with Cambridge Gucci Live, my newest one, I'm on season 3. And I've been doing this one I'd say for about 2 years now.
Hmm.
Actually probably coming up in what's it, April. I'd say coming up in May would be the 2 year anniversary that I've been doing this new show,
Hmm.
Cambridge Live. Now, Cambridge Gucci Live is a show I do myself.
Hmm.
I'm the host, several guest artists,
Hmm.
what may have you, kind of like the same formula. You,
Hmm.
um, and that's on 4 days a week: Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday.
So you do it 4 days a week. I'm trying to get like you. I'm trying to rebuild because you know, I was like trying to rebuild. I was doing the DVD thing and traveling. Now I'm just getting used to this internet stuff and doing everything through the internet. And I was like, oh, this makes it easy instead of,
A lot quicker,
yeah, a lot quicker. I mean, I know over time I could take clips of everybody and edit stuff and put it into stuff. Or if I want to do a DVD where I do it, I could edit it and just throw it on YouTube instead of doing all that.
That's a fact. That instead of doing all the lugging,
Yeah.
somebody once told me the phrase "work smarter, not harder." So
Yep. Yep.
it is a lot. It is smarter,
Hmm.
and because it's easier to get your shit out there and faster and less.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
And like if I like back then, if I'm like, yeah, I can't. I have to get up with you. I have to get here. I got to fly here. Now I'm like,
yeah,
yo, we could do this. We can make up any time. We got the internet.
you know what I'm
Just get
saying?
hop on.
See how we linking up right now? Fuck
Yeah.
shit. You where you at? You in the A, right?
Yep, I'm in A. You're in Massachusetts, in Boston, Cambridge, where you're at right now.
Easily accessible right
Yep,
there.
yeah, that's what makes it a lot better. Now you could get the people you want without having a plan, or they need to come
Yeah.
to you, you need to come to them. I mean, and then when you get it in person, it just makes it more better. Do it, and you
Yeah.
can still do live in person because
On
you
that
just have
note,
the
though, we
feeling.
talk about the A real quick. I just want to shout out my dude from the A. I just did a segment with him on his podcast,
Hmm.
DJ Meadow Monkey, my boy Wesley Snipes
Hmm.
Jr., Wesley Pipes Jr. online. Make sure
Okay.
y'all check him out. And y'all know what it is, man. Shout out to the A from the Cambridge to Atlanta.
Yeah, and the crazy part is, I noticed there's a lot of Massachusetts people down here in Atlanta, Cambridge, Boston.
A
A
lot.
lot of people move from the north down here. But I
That,
told people, I was like, yeah, because the cost of living. I was like, now the cost of living is going up even here.
that's a fact.
And I was like, no matter where you're at, you're paying money. I was like, then my next move is Miami, which I think will be a
Ooh,
good move.
it's Miami?
Yep,
Okay, okay. That's
yep,
what I'm saying. You gotta move it around. You got the brand floating
yep,
now. So
yep, yep. Moving around. I got this YouTube now, building this up. I got my TikTok. I definitely build that up. I make money on there. Pretty good money because I go live and people support and gift, and then posting content. So I'm trying to use all forms of ways to make money, not just
that's
my
what's
nine
good.
to five. Eventually I want it where I could just work for myself. So
That's
everything is just
good.
pushing and getting your stuff out there.
Yeah.
Because nowadays you could work for yourself. You don't really need a job once you start getting in the right places and making the right money. You just
Yep.
have, after you do all that, I tell people it's about consistency, because if you lose that consistency, you're going to lose money.
Oh, especially now. I mean, fucking.
Especially with the internet, someone will find
Yeah,
someone else interesting.
that's it. You stop. They don't see you ain't in the algorithm. Your rhythm ain't alging for a day or
Yeah.
two. Guess what? On to the next. See,
Yep. People don't support you till they see other people supporting you. That's something I heard
that's
too.
a fact. That's
Like
a
it,
fact.
it don't matter how good you are until someone says,
Nah, yeah.
"Oh, I support him." Then I'm like, "Oh,
All
let
the
me, I support him."
you could have grew up with them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They're like when they see somebody, especially not only but somebody they might look up to or be
Mm.
like, oh, I know that's a real motherfucker,
Yeah.
and they see them supporting you. Now it's like, oh shit,
Yeah.
it is what it is. That's what gotta happen in life. People have to get humbled sometimes.
Yep. It happens everywhere in life and everything. But like I tell people, even people who do clothing lines, and they're like, I'll be like, you tell someone their clothes is too much. You have to realize whatever the cost they put out, they want to make a profit. So it costs them $25 to make a T-shirt. They ain't going to sell the T-shirt for $25 and not make
Ah,
money. They want to make it. They may sell for 40, make a $15 profit, then work their way down.
right on the 50, man. I need the.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So, but as I tell people, at the end of the day, you would pay $1,000 to Louis Vuitton just because
Of course,
the
pay
name.
the
You're
boss.
paying for the name. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It could be the ugliest thing in the world.
Guess
You
what?
just want to say, "I got it."
What the one they're paying for? Most likely it's the fake one. So
Yep,
they could have got your shit, the real deal.
yep.
You know, but
Directly from you. You know.
pay the cost to be the boss. But if they see their favorite artist or rapper or something wearing your gear, then guess what?
Yeah, they're gonna wear it.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah. That's when they wear it. Like even people started wearing those red Mario boots. I don't know what they were called. I was like, how did that even become popular?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, geez, people buy, and even when I look up Balenciaga shoes and stuff, I was like, these shoes are ugly. And you're paying $600-700 for them, but your friend
But
comes out with a shoe with a dope design or someone you know, just because it ain't, oh well, it ain't Balenciaga, it's whatever you name it. And it's like, but the shoe looks better, the material's better, and you're paying less. But they just going based on, well, everybody else likes this, I'm gonna copy everybody else.
that's crazy.
But that's why they, even with the dances on TikTok, I was like, yeah, everybody does the same thing. It's a trend. No one steps outside the box. If they see something trending, they copy it because they want to catch on to that trend and hoping people see them. And I was
Life,
like, sometimes you got to step outside the box and do you.
life is a trend right now, bro. You know, unfortunately. And hey, like you said, just gotta you make the money off it, off the TikToks and all. We just gotta shake it for advantage for how we can
Mhm.
benefit off it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you got to benefit because everything changes over time. So even TikTok will change and YouTube and everything will change. So all that will change over time. So I always tell people you just got to stay up with the times because some people are still trapped in the times that they don't change. And I was like, you ain't gonna get to where you're going if you don't change with the times because you're just going to be stuck. And when you're stuck, you ain't going to make no money. So, in order to make money, you got to definitely try to keep up with the times, no matter how old you are, if you're out
That's
there trying
fact.
to make money.
That's fact.
So,
Yes.
that's what a lot of people don't do. I was like, you can't go nowhere because everything's on the internet. And when you go up to someone with a CD, they look at you dumb.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah. When you
Uh,
could go get a business card with a where they could
but
scan it and download it.
you know what I'm saying? That shit's digital now, dude.
Yep.
You know, you said the cassette shit. That's what I'm saying. I see my man came on the show. Shout
Mhm.
out to Teddy Roxbury, but he had his shit packaged up.
Mhm.
So this is how we doing now. What that was a cassette tape. When he flipped out the USB, boom, plug in it, download. It's
Mhm.
a whole new world now.
Yeah, that's why I tell people. I was like, no one's getting CDs, even in the cars. Everything's
Oh,
Bluetooth. I turn on. There's no CD player in the car. You give me a
oh,
CD, I'm just gonna. The only reason why I'll get a classic CD, like
for
when
vi-
Edo G, he
for vi-
made a tape, just to have it for collectors. I'm not
for
gonna play it.
this shit. I'm not even opening that shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Because we can hear that online now. So if I buy somebody's CD, that's just to boom, sign that or something. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Keep it.
yo, you know, the kids grow up, whoever's, you could be like, look, this is back in the day, da 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 da,
This is what we had because I got a cassette tape from LG. He sent me it and I didn't open it. Everybody's like, "Why you don't open it?" I'm not gonna play it. I could hear his music online. I got it
Gotta have
because
it.
I knew LG. His old school and everything. LG and the Bulldogs, and he put his first album on the tape just for nostalgia. And I was like, at the
Okay.
end of the day, it's for collectible, not for you to play in a car or anything.
This is the new CD now.
Yep, download it and upload it.
Feel me?
Yep. And I always tell people someone came to me, there's like, yeah, I got a CD out. They gave me a little scanner and you put your camera over it, scans it, kicks to the website, and it downloads a CD.
That's cool.
That's the new wave and everything.
That's cool.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't know. Like you come up to me even with a CD now, but like it's cool, but I got no CD player in my car. It's Bluetooth.
No, I'd love to if somebody
I'll take it.
I
I'll be like, for
love to take
nostalgia. Then I'll ask if they got it online. But when they say they don't got it online, I'm like, yeah, you're gonna need to put it online for it to catch now.
I just take it and just just put it on the fridge, top of the fridge, just vintage, just collect the shit.
Yep, yep, yep. I was like, back in the day, CDs were cool, just like DVDs. My DVDs, I just could upload them to YouTube now. Download the disc, upload them to YouTube. I don't
I
even need to
have,
do it.
I'm old school like that. I hoard the classic shit like that. I still got mad DVDs in the shelf. Boom,
Yeah.
no DVD player, but I still got all the up there.
I mean, if you got a PS5 and stuff, you may have you could play it in there. But even then, they're going digital. They're just giving you the PS5 and you buy the games.
Hmm. That's a fact. That's a fact. I heard that people tell me that when you put DVDs in the PS5, it fucks it up.
I don't put it in the PS5. I got a DVD player though. Everybody's like, yeah. I was like, I still got old school stuff that
Hell yeah,
you
nigga.
could still buy a DVD player and play DVDs.
They,
It ain't like you
no,
can't.
but they're cool though because only certain dude DVDs are fire because there's certain shit that ain't online that's on DVDs.
And that is true. I got some classic like Tom and Jerry's and Looney
Yeah,
Tunes. I went with the old
Star
school.
Trek collections. I got mad collections of shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and even like everybody, I tell people TV's going out the window. Everything's streaming. People ain't watching cable. They're doing all this streaming.
Nah,
And,
that's a fact, bro. That's a fact. No bullshit. I love my TV shit. I got the big screen and all that.
yep, yep.
But I'm looking at my computer screen more. You
Yep.
feel me? The TV is kind of like the secondary thing. You feel
Mhm.
me?
Yeah.
I always got it on, but I'm always on the computer and shit.
Yeah. My daughter watches everything through her iPad, so she really does. The TV's there. Um, so I turn it on for noise and stuff if I'm going to sleep or something.
Yo, fat, yo, me too. No bullshit.
Yeah. But it's just that everything is streaming, everybody going on the go and stuff.
Even
But
when I got the TV on to go to sleep, I'm facing the opposite direction. I'm with my phone like this, watching some other shit. You feel
yeah.
me? I'm just using that for like background ambiance. So when I shut that off, I fall asleep with it.
And I tell people even nowadays, if you went to making movies or TV shows, you don't need the big screen. You could post it on YouTube and people like it and
That's
run it up. You could go to Tubi. Tubi's like independent. They'll put it up and you make money off ads. So I was like, you don't need like Hollywood. You just need to
yeah,
write and get the right actors and do it yourself. And you could put it on YouTube. If
yeah.
it catches on YouTube, then these other places are like, oh, I want that show, and they'll reach out to you and they'll
That's
give you
fact.
like a deal. But I know Tubi, most people could get stuff on Tubi. I know I was watching someone doing a documentary. Well, on here they posted it was called Blood on Your Shoes, the
Yeah, yeah,
Boston
yeah.
one.
I
And
love,
I heard it's supposed to
I,
be all going on Tubi.
blood on your shoes, you said?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's fire, yo. Yeah, I'll tell you some funny shit. Tubi's crazy. You can catch anything on Tubi. So
Mm,
the first time I even like, I just kind of got hip. Somebody
mm,
like, what with the Tubi? You be having shit on it. I'm like, all right, whatever.
mm,
I'm clicking on Tubi, right? And I starts to watching some shit. Big
mm,
shout out to the homie Ching. He's like Spike Lee with the original films out here. Now I mean, like for real.
mm.
So I
What's his name again?
one of his flicks, and I'm in it.
Okay.
You feel me?
Oh, it's
So
on Tubi.
who just told me to put on Tubi? I started watching one of the homies' joints, and I'm on Tubi. I said, "Oh shit,
And
Ganja!
that
Y'all check out that Ganja boy, man.
Ganja Boy is the name of the movie.
Ganja boy, Ching America on Tubi. I'm sure if you type his name in anywhere, like, but on Tubi, Ching America,
Mhm,
all this shit'll pop up. Ganja boy, Grimy season. I've
mm.
been watching Ching shit for years. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah. And I also seen my friend. She's like, "Yeah, I'm on Tubi." She's like, "I'm in a Tubi show." She told me the name of the show. It's like a little Benzino's in it. She's in it, and she's like, "Yeah, I worked." She's like, because she's from Detroit, and it was filmed in
Uh,
Detroit. I forget the name of the show. It's like a soap opera thing, but the girl that's on it is Nisha Nashay. That's who I'm cool with. And then she told me about it. I was like, damn. I was like, we could get everything on Tubi as long as you put it together and make it look good. Documentaries
yo,
and
that's fire. I gotta try and get something on Tubi, man.
yeah, I'm sure there's an easy way to get it because Tubi's a lot easier. I seen someone I know did a Black Rob documentary. I caught that on Tubi. Like I found a lot of Tubi shows because people that I know were in the shows
Yeah,
or did a documentary, and I'm like, this is wild. And then it's like they get and you get paid from the ad, so people watch the whole show.
that's
You're
fire.
gonna get paid from every ad. So I was like, yeah. So I was like, nowadays YouTube, because YouTube, if your show's good, it's going to get ads put on it where you get money and stuff like that. And there's a lot of good shows on YouTube. I watch like previews, like, oh, this is on just regular YouTube, not buying a TV, just on regular YouTube.
Yeah, now that's facts. I watch man of the web series, yo. You know, Respect Life,
Yep,
fucking Silk White. Um,
yep.
Mad Heads, Let's Go. Like, there's mad shit online that I fuck with.
And someone's like, if I do a full length DVD again, I should put it on Tubi.
Facts, facts.
Like it's like a documentary, like boom, boom, boom.
Two BVD, straight up.
Yes, oh, it'd be definitely be different. Like I was like, there's so many ways to make money without getting help from big people. You just have to.
Creative, man. You gotta be creative. Creativity is
Mhm,
just, creativity and personality. I mean, if you're creative and you got a good personality,
mhm,
you're walking money. You just gotta know how to um assert it right. You know.
Yeah, yeah. And I tell people nowadays it's more popularity than talent.
That's
Back then it
a
was
fact.
talent. You needed the talent because that's the only way people listen to you. I mean, you still get popular over that, but nowadays you could be the most untalented person, but if you get people to like you,
That's
you're going to
it.
become popular. You just have to get people to like you.
Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? This just
They
wild.
just have to like you. You don't even have to be good. Like
Nah,
I see someone like
anything.
someone I'm cool with. They got a big following, and I was like, "You do music now?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like confused, and it's like, but they got so much of a following. It doesn't matter how bad it is.
Yo,
It just turned up. They ain't like horrible. It's just like they're like
yo, there's
okay,
everything, man.
yeah,
Bad music, good music, mid music, dude.
yeah,
You
yeah,
just can't.
yeah.
You, internet's unmatched right now.
Yeah, because even when I listen to Pluto, the girl from Atlanta, I was like, she ain't that talented. She's just popular.
Hey, man, that's what it is, man.
Yeah.
Popularity contest right now.
Yep, yeah, people. You just get people to like you. There's a lot of talented people out there, but there's some
I
people
don't
who make it not based on talent, just based on popularity.
true. That is so true, man.
Yeah, because when I asked my daughters, like when they listen to people, they're like, "Yeah, I heard this on TikTok because it was a trend," and
Yeah,
then that's how they get it. That's how I found some independent artists that I like because it's on
yeah.
TikTok.
Now you feel me though?
Yeah,
It's good. It's a marketing scheme. They know what's hip.
yep,
Let's connect this with the connect the dots. So it works. It's working for somebody. So
yep, yep.
you
It's
know,
definitely working for the person who made the app. And people nowadays can make their own apps and start making money. A lot of people don't know. Create an app and
yeah,
boom, it could take off.
people are making the apps and just like everything. Everything is digital now. You feel me? So
Yeah, I even tell people you could do without even creating like going out and printing clothes.
yeah,
There's like things online where you could upload your design and then it creates the shirts and everything for you. They make them, they get a percentage, and they give you the rest of the money that you
yep,
make in
yep, yep.
profit.
Seen that. Yep, I
Yeah.
see.
So I was like, you really don't always have to do hand in hand. It's good to have both, but if
That.
you have the online and the people you can't see or can't get to your store, you'd be like, oh, go to my website. You could buy this, that, and that on the website. They ship it to you. You don't have to do nothing. Just
Nah,
attach your bank account, your EIN, and
that's a
then
fact.
they send you money every month and stuff. So I tell people there's tons of ways to make money. You just got to be able to promote yourself, get people to like you, get people to like your product, and don't be an asshole. Because once you're an asshole,
Yeah, nobody wants that, man. It's a sensitive world right now, man.
yeah, they want someone who's happy, who's energetic. I was like, even if you look like
Like
you're a sad person, they ain't gonna support you because they're like, he looks boring.
that's a fact. That's a fact.
I was like, people go based on energy now and looks. You know,
That's a fender.
I even tell people, everybody's like, I was like, you know what else changed? The prostitution game. You got OnlyFans.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
like, it is just crazy how everything changed. Everything's online.
digital hoes, nigga.
Yeah, I was like,
How many niggas is like, fuck that. I ain't hitting up
no.
the motherfucking combat zone no more. I'm just going online real quick.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
yeah, it is crazy.
Wow, man. OnlyFans.
Yep, yep, yeah. I was like, it's crazy. And I was like, God damn it. I was like, these people be making money. Like I seen a girl on TikTok and she's like, yeah, I make about $10,000 a month on OnlyFans. I was like,
Man,
so you're a
there's,
digital
there's
stripper.
bitches
A
more,
digital
there's bitches
stripper.
that make more than that.
Yeah, there's people that make there's people made millions.
Facts, dude. Come on, man. They're making millions and all that. Look at all of them. Like, I seen something earlier about Bad Baby, and she was collaborating with somebody for dude
Yeah,
millions. Quick, 24 hours like
yep,
this.
yep,
Motherfucker.
yep. And I even seen someone I came on when I was on TikTok, this dude asked this girl, he's like, how much do you make on TikTok a day? And he's like, you got to be a millionaire now. She made 1 million in 1 month on
Man,
TikTok.
sex sells, man. So
Yeah. They just she didn't even do nothing but sit on the screen and look good. I was like, I need to find a girl that
That's
sit on the screen and look
about
good for
oh
me
yeah,
so I can make some money. And
that
and and then it's funny, dudes like I don't gift her because she look good. I was like, you ain't gifting her all this money because she's
you didn't think the
talented.
bitch.
Yeah. I was
Yeah,
like, you ain't gifting her because she's talented. You ain't gifting her because she supports you too. You're gifting her for other reasons. Like,
they hypnotized off that online shit, man.
yep, yep. Like I'm like, damn, you just threw her $5,000 in one day, just you, not including all these other dudes. I was
Niggas
like, Jesus.
forgot about their bills and shit. And their ass was on the street, and they
Mm,
can't get into that bitch's OnlyFans anymore because they ain't got no bread. That bitch ain't remembering them. You think she's sending them some
mm.
bread back?
No, no, she
Only
ain't even giving
stands.
them nothing.
Only stands.
Yep, they're just sending pictures.
That's it.
I was like, that's it. This
What else is
crazy.
good, man? What else is good, man?
Yeah, and I know you said you had a story to tell about one of your podcasts or something.
Oh shit, nah, cause you know, remember in the beginning we went on and you're like, yo, it's sacking up.
Yeah,
It's like I'll be familiar with that because it's like I'll be in the TV shit. We having technical difficulties all the time. Plus,
yeah.
don't help that I like to go blaze a nice L before I go in there.
Okay.
So one day I must put this funny story out. This is where some shit happened. It's like technical shit and being high when it goes wrong.
Hmm.
So out there getting nice, talking and shit. Woo woo woo. Let me just say that first, before when we had the show, when I had the show,
Hmm.
you know, go to a commercial break, which is usually like some the guest video or whatever. I
Yeah.
don't be quiet, you know what I'm saying? But people are still talk. The mic can catch it. Couldn't
Hmm.
turn it off. Fast forward down a few years later, now they got a fucking mic with a mute button. Boom. Back to the story. We're outside before the show smoking up the bud. Get nice
Hmm.
button. Go on air,
Hmm.
turn on the show, right? So we do the first half of the interview. I interviewed. I'm giving them a good one too. Like it went for like 25 minutes. I'm asking them some good shit off the rip. So I goes, let's go to this commercial break.
Hmm.
So I noticed when I went to go put the mic on mute, I actually turned the mic on. So that means I was sitting there so high, I didn't even have my mic on the whole time. I was
Okay.
yo, dog, gonna have to run that back, dog. We gonna have to run that back. So
Yeah.
I can understand technical difficulties when they happen. That's why I'm like, oh, you got that, you got that.
Yeah. Yeah, because sometimes it's on their end, sometimes it's on my end. And I was like, with any technology, I tell people there's going to
Oh
be
yeah, man.
times that you get technical difficulties. People expect things to be perfect 24/7. I was like, with technology, it's not. It's still man made and it's going to have its
Nah,
errors.
Big G.
But people be forgetting all that. And I know you said Cambridge Gucci Mane.
Mm-hmm. Yep, yep.
Okay, how long you had that? Because I know I don't, I don't remember how that
That
came up
wasn't
or
yeah, that
anything.
wasn't back in our day like
Yeah.
that. So I mean, yo, one day I just was listening to a beat and the hook, I was like, Wally Sparks that came with Gucci Man. And I made this song.
Mm,
Nice. I'm like, all right. So then I was like, yo, let me think on that. So Cambridge Gucci Man is basically this.
mhm.
It's just a moniker. You feel me? It's one of my many different rap personalities.
Yeah, yeah,
But it's really paying homage to Gucci Man because Gucci Man, on his come up, was known for the mixtapes. I
yes, he was.
and, and I'm from Cambridge and I'm known for the mixtapes. You know what
Yes.
I'm talking about? So I said, I'm like the Gucci Man of Cambridge. That's where the song came from. Wally Sparks in Cambridge. So then I just fucked with it. You know, I just messed with the notion of it.
Mm.
Just became catchy. The like people and shit like that. You know, sometimes when I walk around there, they're like, Cambridge Gucci, like Gucci, whatever. Or they just go, Cambridge Gucci, man, because people like how I say it and shit.
Cambridge
So
Gucci Mane.
this is a catchy, fun thing. In
Mm,
the same breath, it's paying homage to Gucci Man because you know he's someone I looked up to, being
mm,
someone that has many mixtapes like myself.
yes. And
So
and think he's from the A. I think Gucci Man is from the
yeah,
A. He's from down here.
hey, from the A. So
Yeah.
Cambridge, Gucci, man, feel me?
Yep, yep.
But
And I,
I'm always Wally Sparks. I want no one to
yeah,
get it.
yeah, 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 definitely.
I
I
just
was just wondering how that name came about. The
I just
Cambridge Gucci
changed my
Man.
name to Cambridge Gucci, man. I'm always Wally Sparks. It's just something fun and a
Mhm.
way to show homage to one of my favorite people to drop mixtapes.
Hey, it's always good to show homage. A lot of people don't do it nowadays in this new day. Oh, a lot of these new artists want to talk trash about the old artists. They weren't good, they wasn't talented, but they paved the way for you. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you
There
feel
would,
about them.
there would be no new if there was no old.
Yeah, yeah. That's with anything from people don't realize that, but some people don't like paying homage and everything.
Yeah, those are the ones that don't succeed because the universe doesn't like that type of bullshit.
Yeah.
So, pay what you weigh.
I feel you. I feel you. And I know we had an interview set up, but you had a show. How'd that show go?
Um, what we talking? Last week or so like that.
Yeah, last week I know you had that show.
I was at the jungle. The show was great.
Hmm.
It was with Hustle Killer. Big shout out to Hustle Killer.
Hmm.
Hustle Killer does various shows and venues across everywhere, and
Okay.
Pharaoh G was there. He's another person that does shows, and it was
Mhm.
great. And it was the first time I did a Hustle Killer event. It was real positive. The people that come to his shows, they're not. When you go to shows a lot, you see um a lot of times people will watch who they want to see perform or whatever. Then
Mhm.
you notice the crowd gradually gets smaller after more people perform, right?
Yeah.
But he had a crowd where everyone was a participant. Like all the artists, they stayed back, they watched everyone else, and it was a really good event.
That's always a
Went
good
good.
thing, having a good event and everything.
It went good, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. You got any future shows coming up?
I'm popping out all the time, man. I'm gonna be over at the Middle East and shit, representing with man Terror Lamar and friends.
Oh yeah.
So I'll be in the building over there, and besides that, I got a bunch of shit coming up. Most of the time, I just book it.
As you go. Okay. Yeah, I had an interview with Matt Manchero.
Okay,
So yeah, like I did my interview with him on here, got him on the podcast. They asked me if I was coming out. I was like, yeah, no, I'm all the way in Atlanta. I can't do it.
okay,
But
okay, okay.
I
Oh,
know
joint.
huh?
That's who was coming out to the joint.
Yeah, yeah. And
They
I
probably
told
thought he was
man,
still
well,
out here.
people that are cool with Man Terror knew I wasn't gonna come because I'm all the way out and
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. But I was like, yeah, I was like, but I know you do it every year now. Next year, when I got vacation time, I'll hit up Boston.
yeah. Nah, no bullshit.
I was like, I need to come back. I came back since I moved like twice, but I was like, I need to come back because I don't want to come back during the winter no more. Trying to
Fuck
avoid
no, we won't come
all.
back in the winter, dog.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back in the spring or summer.
Yeah, nah,
Uh,
bullshit. Can't go back in the winter, dog. That cold is crazy.
yeah, yeah, because someone's like, I bet you missed the snow. We had snow. I was like, yeah, man, I have fun with that. It's 80 degrees where I'm at. So I was like laughing.
I'm
There's
waiting for that right now.
Yeah, and I definitely know Miami's going to be a lot warmer because when I went to visit Miami in December, I was at the beach. Miami Beach in December while everybody else was freezing. We was in the water, like 80-degree, 85-degree weather. People outside. I was like, yep, it is definitely different type of things. The only thing I don't like is probably the hurricanes, but people's like, it's no people like it ain't as bad as you think.
Yeah, nah, but shit.
I was like, but I'm not used to hurricanes. I'm used to blizzards and that type
Yeah,
of stuff.
hey, everywhere you're never gonna get it perfect. It ain't there's a
Yeah. You're
there's
going to get something. Yep, you're going to get something. And then I was like, you got to deal with the Miami heat in the summer, where it's just extremely crucial heat.
fuck
So
that. Yeah, word.
yeah, but I'm trying to build my connects everywhere so I could do that. And with the internet, it sort of helps because there's a lot of people I met on the internet that I could interview and that I worked with and stuff. So
Yes.
that's always a good thing. So the internet's always a good thing. And I don't know if you have anything. Do you got a song you want to play before we get off the air or anything?
I just got, man. I don't got specific song. I got a bunch of shit, man. Y'all
Yeah.
look me up. Y'all want to hear my music.
Mm,
I'm always posting shit on my Facebook page, YouTube. Just
mm,
type in Wally Sparks. So if you hashtag Cambridge Gucci,
mm,
man, it's gonna come up by now because I hashtag that with everything. So I stay in the rhythm of the alga. You feel
mm.
them?
Yeah.
Algorithm is important right now. But yeah, nah, I just want to
Mm.
man, good luck for having me on. You know what I'm talking about?
No problem, no problem. And just real quick, just which social media sites you're on and your shout outs before we get going.
You can catch me on all social media platforms. Wally Sparks on Facebook, Cambridge Gucci Man, 617 on IG.
Mhm.
I can't even like
Yeah,
get.
everywhere. Just put in
I'm
Wally
Wally
Sparks.
Sparks everywhere. Like it's always in parentheses or something. So you Wally Sparks, you'll see the thumbnail. Bop.
Yeah, that's how my boy found you on YouTube. He's like, "Who's Wally Sparks?" I told him who he was because I was like, "I'm gonna have him on as a guest" because he was in my TikTok and we was talking.
Okay.
And then he found he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna check out his music." And he's always good for because I
Okay.
always got people who I know will watch the podcast, so I know people will tune in. Certain
Okay,
people.
here you go. So here I left this out. Okay, so if y'all want to watch me on YouTube, my YouTube page is Wally 2101. That's WALLYTUBE101, and that got footage and content dating back from 2007 and all that. So keep up, man. Archive City, all that.
All right, and a lot. Any buddy you want to shout out before we get off here?
Just shout out to everybody that rocks with me, man. You know what I'm talking about? And
Mhm.
we'll keep it flexing. Y'all know what it is. Wally Zab, let's go.
All right. Well, it's good to have you on here. And when I get to Massachusetts, I got to get up with you
Yes,
unless you do it through a link like we did one day. But if not, I'm going to be coming to Massachusetts and
yo,
everything. So I'm
pop
going to holler.
what it is.
All right. Thank you for coming on.
Yes, sir.
All right. Later.